I don't know, have you ever tried doing the click and collect option at a supermarket? Huh? Well, I hadn't. But I was down for Christmas at a country cottage in a small village in the Scottish borders. It was the 23rd of December when I got there from Edinburgh with all my provisions. But when I unpacked them, I found that I'd forgotten a few things. My guests wouldn't be arriving until late on Christmas Eve the next day. I knew there was a small supermarket in the nearest small town about 5 miles away. It was a co-op. I hadn't used them before. I thought the shop would be packed on Christmas Eve, and I hate wasting time standing in queues. So I went online. They offered a click and collect service. It said that all you needed to do was to order what you wanted online, pay online, and choose click and collect. Then you just chose a time and a supermarket, and at the appointed time slot, go to the click and collect counter in the local store you'd selected. So I chose the co-op in the little town 10 minutes away. It said that my goods would be waiting for me. Save time. Goods all bagged up, all paid for. No waiting in line for the cashier. Done in minutes. Well, I thought that's for me. Tomorrow morning, I'll go down to the local co-op as arranged, 10 minutes away, go to the click and collect counter, pick up my already packed groceries, and head back to the cottage. Whole thing done, 25 minutes tops. Then I can decorate the cottage, make it at least a little Christmassy. So I did. I did as they said, and clicked to collect my grocery order at the local branch of the co-op between 10 a.m. and 12 noon the next day, Christmas Eve. It was all very smooth. I was pleased with myself. It was all sorted. I had a leisurely breakfast and then drove down to the co-op in the little town. Took 10 minutes and I arrived at precisely 11 a.m. I went into the store and I could see 2 cashiers and a small queue. But I couldn't see any counter labeled click and collect as the co-op website had said. So, rather rudely, I went to the front of the queue and asked the cashier, where was the click and collect counter? The cashier looked up from her scanning machine. Hey, she's out the back. Well, I didn't know what that meant exactly. I said, sorry, I don't understand. Is the counter out the back? Should I go there for my click and collect? What do you mean she's out the back? Oh, it's Mavis. She's click and collect. She'll be out in a minute. I've called her. Well, I stood there for 5 more minutes, reminded the cashier, Mavis is coming soon, he said. Aye, she'll be here. But Mavis didn't come. I began to think that I was locked in the co-op's version of Waiting for Godot, waiting for Mavis. Did she even exist? After a few more minutes, a short, elderly lady with a limp came out. Hello, she said. Are you for click and collect? Yes, my name is Malcolm Windsor. I know, dear, she said with a smile. I wondered how she knew it was me, but I soon found out. Are you Mavis? I said. Can I pick up my groceries, please? I am, dear, but I'm sorry I haven't picked your order yet. I've been busy, but I'll do it now. Oh, that's disappointing. I did click and collect to save time, and I've already been waiting for 10 minutes. I could have picked it up myself and be done by now. Now Mavis considered this thoughtfully. I suppose you could have, dear. I was curious. Mavis, are there lots of click and collect orders, it being Christmas Eve and all? Oh, no, dear, you're the only one. We don't get many of them. So what? I didn't go into it. I'll do it now, she said. And Mavis came out with a scruffy old workroom trolley, not like the nice chrome ones for the other customers, and a portable barcode scanner for the goods. Oh, do you want to come with me, dear? Well, I had nothing else to do, so I trailed behind her, like a reluctant schoolboy following mum shopping. The first stop was coconut milk. I was planning to make a chicken curry after Boxing Day. She picked up a can of it and repeatedly pointed the portable scanner at it, but it wouldn't register the barcode. She muttered to herself about it not working and disappeared again, limping into the back room. She was gone for a few more minutes while I stood there aimlessly beside the scruffy old workroom trolley, which held only, for the moment, a solitary tin of coconut milk. Other busy Christmas Eve shoppers hurriedly steering around me, and my lonely coconut milk in the narrow aisle. They probably felt sorry for me only being able to afford a tin of coconut milk on Christmas Eve, while their baskets were weighed down with lovely Christmas foods. No one else stopped for coconut milk. In fact, I was going on to the idea myself. Then Mavis reappeared with a fresh scanner. That worked, and we headed off, though she didn't seem to know the store any better than I did, and I had never been there. Mavis did a few U-turns, but I faithfully trotted behind her, U-turns and all. On the circuitous route, I spotted a couple of items that I thought I might need, too, that I'd forgotten when ordering online last night. Some coffee pods and then some cooked ham. Mavis, can I add these two to the basket? Oh, yes, dear. Just pop them in the trolley. So I did. In fact, I was quite warming to Mavis, even though she had wasted my time. She kept calling me dear, as if we were old friends, and that was nice. We continued round the store until she had got everything, including my two added items, and then she steered the trolley back to the entrance in a surprising turn of speed, and then bagged the goods in a nicely decorated paper co-op Christmas bag with handles and handed it to me with a nice smile, as if giving me a Christmas present. All done, my dear. Sorry about the delay. Now, I was my dear. Hmm. Mavis, thank you. That's perfectly okay. I know you were busy. Oh, but I need to pay for those extra items that weren't in my order. Oh, don't worry about that, my dear. I won't charge you for them. And she again pressed the bag into my arms. I walked towards the exit, feeling a little guilty. What if I was stopped and it was found that there were two items in my bag that I hadn't paid for? But I formed my defense mentally. Blame Mavis. It was, after all, Mavis who stole the goods from her own shop. Or maybe not. Maybe it wasn't stealing. Maybe she had the authority to do what she did in the interest of customer relations. After all, I had complained that click and collect took much, much longer than me picking up the goods myself. But I liked Mavis. I might go shopping with her again. It takes a lot longer, but you can pick up bargains that way. Click at that out-of-the-way co-op in the Scottish borders, and you really can collect. But you'd better ask for Mavis.